Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. We've been talking about AI in civil engineering, and today we're going to zoom in on one tool in particular,
Okay.
ChatGPT.
Oh, very cool.
We're going to try to really understand what it's doing, how it's changing things for engineers,
Yeah.
and what it might mean for the future of the field.
It's really interesting to see how quickly engineers are finding ways to actually use it on projects.
Yeah,
It's not just like a theoretical thing anymore.
right.
It's like actually happening out in the real world.
I know, and I was looking at this blog post from an engineer who's using it, and he had some really cool examples. And
Right.
one of the things that really struck me was just how ChatGPT handles all of the data
Yeah.
that civil engineers have to deal with. I mean,
Right.
think about it. You've got soil test results, material specs, building codes. It's a lot.
Absolutely. I mean, it is a ton of information to keep track of.
Yeah.
And what's so interesting is that ChatGPT can actually like analyze it and interpret it.
Oh, really?
It's not just like organizing it.
Yeah.
So there's this example where this engineer input all this raw data from a soil test.
Okay.
And ChatGPT created this whole detailed report. And get this, it was formatted according to Brazilian standards.
Wait, so it's not just spitting out a summary?
No.
It's actually understanding the data and knowing, like,
Yeah.
oh, you're in Brazil, you need to follow these standards.
Yeah, exactly. It's incredible.
That's wild.
Wild.
How does it even do that?
Right.
It's not magic.
No, it's not magic. It's
Yeah.
all based on this thing called a large language model, and it's been trained on this massive data set of text and code.
Hmm?
So it can spot these patterns in data, and then it can actually apply algorithms from civil engineering,
Got it.
like for the soil test.
Yeah.
It could be using algorithms to figure out how stable the soil is or,
Yeah.
how much weight it can hold.
That's incredible. So it's almost like having a whole team of like specialized engineers working behind the scenes.
Right.
Wow.
It is pretty amazing.
So this engineer's blog also talked about how ChatGPT can change the way project timelines are created and managed,
Oh, yeah.
which seems super important in civil engineering.
Oh, absolutely. Timelines are everything.
Right.
And this is where you can see how much more efficient things could become.
Okay.
So he used the example of building a building.
Okay.
You put in some initial estimates for how long each stage would take,
Yeah.
and ChatGPT created this realistic schedule.
Oh, wow.
It even factored in potential bottlenecks, like, if there were going to be delays in getting materials or something.
And it can like predict that kind of stuff?
It can anticipate those problems.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So it's not just a static timeline.
No,
It's
no.
like a dynamic tool that can help you see problems before they even happen.
Exactly.
That could be huge, especially for these big, complicated projects.
I know. It's really about going beyond what we've been doing with project management,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
using AI to be more precise and, to see further into the future of the project.
Mm-hmm. So do you think this could lead to faster project completion times?
I think it's definitely possible. I mean, if you're making fewer mistakes
Yeah.
and if you're working more efficiently,
Right.
then yeah, projects could definitely finish sooner.
And maybe even cost less.
Yeah, potentially.
That's interesting.
It is pretty cool.
The blog also mentioned that ChatGPT can be like a virtual consultant for engineers.
Yeah.
Like it can give you on-demand technical expertise.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the really amazing things about it.
There are just so many ways it could be used.
Right. Imagine you're on a job site
Okay.
and you run into this complicated foundation problem like differential settlement.
Okay.
ChatGPT could help you figure out what's going on, analyze why it's happening,
Yeah.
and even suggest solutions based on best practices,
Really?
like specific ways to redistribute the load or,
Wow.
what kind of reinforcements you need
That's incredible. Like you could have that help right there in the field.
right on your phone or tablet.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
That would be so helpful for engineers, especially if they're newer and haven't seen everything yet.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It's like a tool for continuous learning.
Right.
You're always getting better.
And then there's also the whole communication side of things,
Oh, yeah.
because engineers often have to explain really technical stuff to people who don't understand all the jargon.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah,
Sometimes it feels like you're speaking different languages.
right, exactly.
So this blog post suggested using ChatGPT to create reports or presentations,
Okay.
but like in plain English,
Yeah.
so that everyone can understand.
So you could take all that technical stuff and basically translate it
Yeah.
so that it makes sense to a client who's not an engineer.
Exactly.
That's a really good idea.
It is.
I mean, that could make projects run smoother.
yeah.
There'd be less misunderstandings, more trust between engineers and clients.
Absolutely.
It seems like there are so many potential benefits to using ChatGPT.
There really are.
But are there any drawbacks or limitations that we should be aware of?
Well, of course. With any new technology, we have to be realistic.
Right.
ChatGPT is amazing, but it's not perfect.
Okay.
We have to understand its limitations.
So what kind of limitations are we talking about?
Well, one big thing is that the results you get from ChatGPT are only as good as the data it was trained on.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if the data has problems, like if it's not accurate or if it has biases,
Yeah.
those problems could show up in the results.
Exactly. So we have to be careful about that and always double check what ChatGPT tells us.
Right. So it's not about blindly trusting the AI.
No, definitely not. It's a tool to help engineers.
Yeah.
It's not meant to replace them.
So human oversight is still really important.
Absolutely. It's a partnership,
Okay.
between human intelligence and artificial intelligence.
A collaboration.
Exactly. And just like with any new tool, there's a learning curve.
Right.
Engineers need to learn how to use ChatGPT effectively, how to ask the right questions,
Yeah.
and how to understand the results.
That makes sense. It seems like there's a need for more education and training on this.
Oh, definitely.
Are engineering schools starting to teach about AI and ChatGPT?
Absolutely. A lot of universities are realizing that AI is a big part of the future of engineering.
Yeah.
So they're updating their courses to include things like AI machine learning and data science.
That's good to hear. It's important for the education system to keep up with these changes.
I agree.
But I imagine some engineers might be a little nervous about all of this.
Yeah.
There's always that worry about jobs being replaced by technology.
That's a valid concern, and it's something we need to talk about openly.
Okay.
I think that AI tools like ChatGPT will create new opportunities for engineers,
Okay.
but it also means that engineers need to adapt and learn new skills.
So it's not necessarily about losing jobs,
No.
but about changing the way we work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The engineers who embrace these new tools and learn to use them,
Yeah.
they're going to be the ones who really thrive.
So it's about seeing this as a chance to grow and improve.
Exactly. It's
Mm.
about being excited about the possibilities.
What are you most excited about when you think about AI and civil engineering?
Oh, man. There's so many cool things.
Yeah.
But one area I'm really interested in is how AI can help us design more sustainable and resilient infrastructure.
Okay.
Imagine using ChatGPT to optimize building designs to save energy,
Oh, wow.
or to model how climate change is going to impact our infrastructure.
So we could use AI to create a more sustainable future for our cities.
Exactly. That's the goal.
That's amazing.
Okay.
And that's just one example, right?
Yeah, there are so many possibilities. AI could also change the way we do construction.
How so?
Well, imagine using ChatGPT to control robotic construction equipment
Wow.
or to generate real-time safety alerts based on what's happening on the site.
So AI could make construction safer and more efficient.
Exactly.
It sounds like we're on the verge of some major changes in how we design, build, and manage our infrastructure.
I think so. It's a really exciting time.
With all this focus on technology, though,
Yeah.
it's important to remember the human element.
Oh, absolutely.
Ultimately, it's still people who are making the decisions.
Right. It's people who are shaping the future of our built environment.
Exactly.
AI is a powerful tool,
Yeah.
but we have to use it responsibly and ethically.
To create a better world for everyone.
That's the whole point.
This has been such a fascinating conversation.
I know, I've really enjoyed it.
ChatGPT is clearly already making a difference in civil engineering.
Yeah. And its influence is only going to grow from here.
So what's your advice to our listeners who are interested in all of this?
I'd say jump in and explore.
Mm.
There's so much information available online. There are courses you can take and communities you can join.
So it's about embracing the change and being open to learning new things
Absolutely. This is a chance to be a part of something really big and important.
to help shape the future of civil engineering.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe one of our listeners will be the one to discover the next amazing application of AI in civil engineering.
That would be awesome.
It would keep learning,
Yeah.
keep exploring, and keep pushing the boundaries.
Because the future is waiting to be built.
It is.
This has been great. It's been a pleasure diving into this topic with you.
Likewise.
And to all of you listening out there, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI in civil engineering.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Yeah, it really feels like we're at this turning point,
Yeah.
If ChatGPT can already do all this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
what's next?
Hmm.
What could the future of civil engineering look like as this technology keeps getting better?
That's a great question, and it's something I think about a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, as AI gets more advanced, it's going to push the boundaries of what we can do in civil engineering.
Okay.
We might see completely new ways of designing things,
Like what?
Well, imagine structures that can actually change and adapt
Okay.
to different conditions in real time.
Oh, wow.
Or think about construction processes that are fully automated
Okay.
and optimized to have like the smallest environmental impact possible.
That's incredible. It's hard to even picture how much things could change.
I know, it's really mind-blowing.
Do you think the definition of what it means to be a civil engineer
Yeah,
could actually change?
I think it's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, the skills you need to be a successful engineer are definitely evolving.
Yeah.
In the future,
Mm.
civil engineers might need to be as good at coding and data analysis
Okay.
as they are at, traditional engineering stuff.
Right, like structural mechanics and fluid dynamics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They'll need to be able to work with AI, understand what it can and can't do,
Yeah.
and use it to solve these really complex engineering problems.
So it's a future with tons of opportunities, but also lots of new challenges.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it.
It's going to be fascinating to see how it all unfolds.
Oh, definitely. And to anyone listening who's like really intrigued by all this,
Yeah.
I encourage you to dive in and start exploring AI and civil engineering.
Okay.
There are so many resources, online courses you can take, communities you can connect with.
So it's all about being curious and willing to learn new things.
Exactly. Embrace the change. And who knows, maybe you'll be the one to discover the next big thing in AI for civil engineering.
That would be amazing.
That would keep learning, keep exploring, keep pushing the boundaries.
Because the future is waiting to be built.
It is.
This has been awesome. It's been so fun to dive into this topic with you.
Me too. Thanks for having me.
And to everyone listening, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI in civil engineering.
Yeah, we hope you learned something new.
And we'll see you next time.
See ya.